Today we are in Edinburgh, a city showcasing its passion for art and culture with some breathtaking statues and memorials. Strange then that the statue with arguably the greatest influence and cultural reach is also Edinburgh's smallest listed structure. Greyfriars Bobby, this little dog is visited by 60,000 people per annum. It is also featured in films, songs, and even appeared in one of the highest grossing video games of all time. In 1855, Bobby was born. His owner, John Gray, worked as a police night watchman. Bobby accompanied his owner on every night shift until John's death in 1858. Bobby had clearly learned a few things from his owner as the little dog stood guard on his owner's grave for 14 years. Until the day he sadly passed and was laid to rest just inside the kirkyard where his master was buried. The story captured the nation's hearts and reached people all over the world. Angela Burdett Coates, a millionaire heiress and the chairwoman of the RSPCA, took such a shine to the story she commissioned the statue. Originally designed as a fountain from the sculptor William Brodie, a talented artist buried right here in Edinburgh under a much less famous statue. 150 years on, what do the people of Edinburgh think?
My childhood dog was called Bobby, after Greyfriars Bobby. We had a children's book about Greyfriars Bobby when I was young, so I wanted to come and see the statue today to see the namesake.
I think I do believe in the story primarily because I have had dogs in the past and I do know they're super loyal, and if you feed them well, if you take care of them, they can be really great friends.
I love dogs and they're always a major part, but I think for me I find it more indicative of sort of the spirit of the people of Edinburgh.
So one of the first things my wife and I did when we moved up here was came here to Greyfriars Kirkyard to actually experience the story, and that was the first time. And obviously you see the grave of John Gray, old jock. That's where Bobby sat for 14 years, and then you see the grave of Bobby itself and that inscription which says, "Let his devotion be a lesson to us all," and that just tears at the heartstrings, doesn't it?
That spirit is demonstrated by another memorial to an animal, however, this story is less well known. Wojtek the bear.
Do you know the story of Wojtek?
No, I don't.
No, I don't. I've never heard of Wojtek.
I don't know much about the actual bear. I think someone came in to talk about it when the statue was erected in our primary school.
I think the statue is really nice. I like the fact that it's got a little, the nose of rub, and you can see people have done that. I like the sort of the caring look on the man's face. I think it's a really lovely statue.
I think it's really quite good. It's a good representative of what happened in the past.
It kind of makes me feel happy. It looks joyful almost, or hopeful. He seems like he's smiling and the bear looks happy, so there's a cool story here that I feel like I've never heard of before.
As Wojtek is so important to the people of Poland, we took a trip to Poland to see if we could find out more.
I heard about the story some time ago, I guess in high school, on history classes maybe.
I remember the Wojtek's photos on the margin in the history textbook, school textbook. So yeah, this history is in our textbooks.
It's unsurprising that Wojtek is so unknown when the bear's story starts in Iran in 1942. When a young cub was found by an Iranian boy in Hamadan. The cub caught the attention of Irina Boykowicz, who was the great niece of a Polish general by the name of Bolesław Winiarowski. Irina became so taken with the bear she prompted Lieutenant Anatik Torwicki to buy the young bear before he was donated to the 2nd Transport Company, which later came to be named the 22nd Artillery Supply Company. Wojtek became a beloved member of the army after his troop began to help the British 8th Army with the Italian campaign. Unfortunately, the British transport ship taking the soldiers would not allow pets or mascots. Being unable to part with their friend, Wojtek was listed into the army as a private and became a beloved soldier. A mascot in the Polish military, but a symbol of hope and a legend to the people. It is unsurprising this happened as Wojtek became a beloved member of the team, mimicking those around him and helping to carry ammunition. Through his efforts, Wojtek became a corporal in the army, and even became the emblem for the 22nd Artillery Supply Company. It appears whether people believe the story or not, the message behind it represents what is important. One thing you might have noticed that our furry friends have is the bronze colour of their noses. This is due to the belief that touching the nose will bring good luck. One person we interviewed had quite an interesting theory about where the story comes from.
Well, this might be a little bit controversial. A lot of people touch Greyfriars Bobby's nose because somebody told them it's good luck. So that's why Bobby's nose is shiny gold, because the paint's been rubbed away by all the people touching Greyfriars Bobby's nose. Now, when I first moved up here to Edinburgh in 1993, his nose was black, because nobody was rubbing his nose. And I think, although this may be as big an urban legend as the story of Greyfriars Bobby itself, I think it was a travel company doing an advert that said, here's Greyfriars Bobby, touch his nose and you'll get good luck. And over the years, it's become an actual thing. So people rub Bobby's nose because a travel company told them to. But do you know what? That doesn't matter, because so many people have been doing it now. It must be good luck, isn't it?
Lucky or not, we have a feeling the people of Edinburgh will keep this tradition going for a long time to come. This is not the only part of these statues' history which is called into question. Many years have passed since the events which led to the commission and installation of these statues, and there is some doubt about the truth of some of the details. Does this affect the legacy of the statue and what it means to the public?
It's a pretty long time ago, and obviously details can change and everything else. I don't know how much of that's, I suppose, important or relevant. He was a loyal dog. Don't know if he spent all day, every day here or not. It sort of inspired enough people to, that I think that element of the story is what matters.
I absolutely do believe that there was some truth in it. Whether it's been embellished a little bit over the years, people have added a bit here and added a bit there, but it must have come from somewhere, and it's a story that's been passed from family to family. It's an enchanting story.
I do believe in the story of Greyfriars Bobby. I think it's a really nice story, and I would like to believe that it's a true story.
I think the story can give us all a message. For starters, I believe that if all of us, if humans in general, if we can be more like dogs in a sense, if we can be loyal and compassionate, and if we can be friendlier towards each other, the world's going to be a much better place. At least that's my opinion.
Before we leave Edinburgh, we'll take you down the waters of Leith. The river winds through Edinburgh, and it's home to much of Edinburgh wildlife. However, perhaps the most interesting, the river also contains statues created by Turner Prize winner Anthony Gormley. Installed in 2010, these statues are not only striking but offer the functional purpose of measuring the water levels in the river. Tune in next week, where we will travel to Liverpool to learn more about Anthony Gormley's work, with the sister statues to the ones in Edinburgh installed in 2010. Both set striking in their own ways, and both strikingly similar.